Hey guys, welcome back. So I am super excited about today's video because it deals with one of my all-time favorite things when it comes to reading, and that is epic series. Now, if you have been around for my channel for a while, or even if you're new around here, one thing that I absolutely love, that I talk about loving all the time, is my love for discovering a series that I love, and beyond that, realizing that it has an epic backlist. I am such a huge fan of series. I think that being able to just live in that world for a longer period of time just brings this kind of cozy, comforting feeling. So with that said, I wanted to share with you all a handful of cozy mystery series, but beyond that, two caveats that I feel like take it to the next level. So the first one is that they are all available on Kindle Unlimited. I absolutely adore that service. I feel like if you're a voracious reader, then you really get a lot of bang for your buck, because there's just so many gems out there, both from traditionally published authors as well as indie authors. And the second thing is that not only are these cozy mystery series, but these are box sets, and not just any kind of box sets where you get like the first 3. All of these that I'm about to share with you have at least 10 books in the series. In fact, I'm pretty sure some of them, or more than some of them, have at least 20 books. Oh my goodness. So that said, if you find one of these books that you love, you could essentially be reading this entire series for the rest of the year, or for a couple of years, maybe a month if you're like super voracious reader or you're stranded on a desert island somewhere. But either way, I want to go ahead and share with you all the books. Like I said, they're all available on Kindle Unlimited, and they are epic, cozy, backlist box sets. Okay, so the first series that I have is called The Big Bundle of Cozy Crimes. This is the Mrs. Pomolo Investigate series, and wait for it, there are 24 books in this box set. Yes, 24 books, all totally available for free if you have a KU subscription. The reason that I chose this one is because, to be honest, it gave me Jessica Fletcher vibes. Y'all know how much I love Murder, She Wrote, and what this has in common with that is that our main character is a retired school teacher, and she investigates crimes with her friend. Now, granted, Jessica Fletcher technically runs solo, but if you've seen the show, you know that she's got friends all over the world, especially in her hometown. She's got Seth, she's got the sheriffs, both of them, to be honest. So anyway, like I said, major Jessica Fletcher vibes, and I'm totally here for it. And it's 24 books. One thing that I do want to mention really quickly, I guess this is like a third facet, in addition to being all KU, all box sets, all of these box set series that I am about to mention, or including the one that I just mentioned, all have a 4.5 rating or higher. So there have been people who have done the legwork, the people have spoken, and they love all these series, so you can rest assured that there's a high possibility that you will love these books as well. Okay, next up we have the Bakers and Bulldog Mystery Collection. This one has 20 books in the box set, and it just sounds adorable. If you are a fan of baking cozies, or you're an animal lover, this is basically a hybrid of the two, because we have our amateur sleuth who owns a bakery, and basically in the first book, she adopts a stray French bulldog puppy, which sounds so adorable, and the little guy, is it a guy? I can't remember, but the little pup basically becomes her sidekick throughout all of the books. Next on the list, I've actually mentioned this author before on one of my previous videos, but we have the Camper and Cozy Mystery series by Tonya Kappes. This one has, oh my goodness, 10 books in the box set. And like I said, I have mentioned this before, her books are really good. A lot of people love them, and it's for good reason. This one actually takes place on in like a mobile home community. At least the first book starts off that way. I haven't read all of them to be able to tell you, but I'm a huge fan of like van life and tiny homes, which I think is what I mentioned the first time that I talked about her books. But if you're a fan of that as well, or if you're a fan of like a cast of quirky characters, which is essentially all of her neighbors living in that unit, then you should definitely check this series out. Next on the list, we have the Made in Savannah Mysteries box set. This one has 10 10 books in this series, and I have to be honest, the reason that I chose this series is because I have read, not all of them, but I have read this author's previous work with another series, which is her Millie's Cruise Ship series. I think I actually included it in a video about cruise ships. That's like one of my favorite cozy mystery settings. So with that said, the author herself is the reason why I put this series on the list. You could technically also check out the cruise ship series because that's got a pretty epic backlist, though I don't know if it's available in box set. I'm pretty sure, but for the sake of this video, we're talking about her Made in Savannah series, which as the title indicates, it is set in Savannah, Georgia. So I already know that we're going to be in for a good time. I am fully backing this author because I really enjoyed her other work starring Millie, the amateur sleuth in the cruise ship mystery series. Another 10-book box set that we have is the Apple Orchard Mysteries. Now, you know, it's really not hard judging by some of these series titles, kind of what it encompasses. Obviously, apples for this one. But beyond that, let's talk about the amateur sleuths. So this one has a group of amateur sleuths, which I always find interesting. I don't want to say that I favor kind of like a solo sleuth versus a group, but I do want to mention it for the sake of this video in case you have a preference. This one, like I said, the group includes a woman and her niece, and then I think that there's a third person, another woman. So you've basically got 3 women who kind of team up and are, you know, basically doing their amateur sleuth thing. But I'm thinking that this one might be really good to read during the fall just because of the whole apple theme. Technically, you can read them anytime during the year, but me personally, I'd probably wait until fall to just really get that like apple picking vibe going, you know? Oh man, okay, so I was really excited when I came across this series. I haven't read it, but based on both the reviews as well as the description, it sounds like something that just sounds absolutely charming. This is the Mysteries of Max. It's actually separated into 2 box sets. You've got books 1 and 10 in one box set for download, and then you've got 11 through 20. So a total of 20 books spread across 2 different downloads. But the reason that I was excited about this is because it's basically perfect if you are a cat lover or if you love pet cozy mysteries, because it's like, I have here my notes, I have to read it so that I don't kind of botch it. But this one is like if Garfield became an amateur sleuth. And what I mean by that is that we have a cat who can communicate with his owner, and the cat works with his other cat friends to investigate and solve crimes. So that sounds absolutely adorable, very much intriguing. You can kind of see what I meant about the whole Garfield thing. Even if you're not really like a cat or pet cozy mystery fan, it just sounds really intriguing because there's clearly some kind of like fantastical element involved because you got a cat running around solving crimes. Last up, this one is a paranormal series and it's called the Society for Paranormals. It's a 10-book series. I'm also going to read this one because I don't want to butcher it, and it sounds so interesting. It's, quote, described as Jane Austen meets Laura Croft in a delightful cozy mystery romp set in Victorian Africa. So there's a whole lot to unpack there. So it sounds like very steampunk in a non-traditional setting. I don't even know where to begin. I haven't read the series at all, but I read through a lot of the reviews, which I don't typically do, full disclosure, but when I am talking or presenting series in a video, I do kind of want to sift through them to make sure that it's something that I would recommend to you all. And there are so many fans of this series. I mean, it just sounds super interesting. I already did a video. Did I do a video? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, guys, time. I don't know what it is, but I actually just recently did a video about cozy mysteries set around the world, and I was remiss in including this one, but I digress. It's set in Victorian Africa. So, I mean, yeah, basically it sounds like action and adventure, a little bit of history, a romping good time, basically. Okay, so there you have it. I listed 7 cozy mystery box sets for you guys to download. Again, I highly recommend Kindle Unlimited. I don't have any kind of like affiliation with them or anything, but I'm a huge fan. I've had their subscription for years, and for the $9.99 a month, I mean, if you're a voracious reader, already alone, what is that, like 200 books that you would get for free basically if you were a member. And actually I do know that they have promotions a lot. I've been seeing a lot of ads on Instagram saying that you can get 3 months for 99 cents. So even if you don't want to commit, you know, the whole year or, you know, month by month, at least try out a couple of months for 99 cents. And, you know, if we are one of those people who can read through a bunch of books in 3 months, you could technically finish off your entire TBR goal of the year with just these books alone. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, if you have read or heard of any of these, let me know what you think about them. There are tons of box sets available on Kindle Unlimited. This really just kind of scratched the surface because they sounded the most interesting to me. But if you come across or have come across other KU Cozy box sets that you think are worth mentioning, obviously please mention it in the comments so myself and other viewers can go look them up, add them to our TBR. Because really what we do around here is enable each other, am I right? Anyway, happy reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!